Pay your claim if you are involved in an accident with an expired driver's license. Well, many are asking that question as licensing centres struggle to deal with the backlog of licence renewals. Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula has extended the grace period for driver's licences that expired after the 26th of March until August of next year. Let's get clarity from Christelle Colman from Elite Risk Acceptances, who joins us all the way from Cape Town. Christelle, good to have you and good morning to you. But I mean, that's the big question, right? Will insurance companies pay out should you be found to be driving with an illegal driver's license?
Well, I think it's a very important question you have to ask your insurance company. In the case of Old Mutual Insure, which is the company that I represent, we've decided to extend this grace period until the end of December 2021. And of course, having a valid driver's license is one of the basic requirements for your motor insurance policy to respond. So it's a very, very important conversation to have with your insurer and to ask these questions and get it on record.
Yeah, and were you in consultation, perhaps even with the Transport Department prior to this announcement being made? Were you aware that these were the decisions they were making? Because they do impact not only the drivers, but also the insurance companies.
No. Unfortunately, we were not in consultation. We are on the receiving end of the news, though, and we try and accommodate and implement various measures to make sure that our clients are treated fairly so that their policies will respond. So, no, there was no consultation in this instance.
Christelle, what are some of the repercussions of this decision being made, particularly for drivers and insurances involved? What do you think both parties need to be aware of?
I think, as I said earlier on, the most important thing here is if you have an insurance policy for your car and you're not sure, you have to check with your insurance company what their specific approach is in this regard, because not all insurance policies are created equal. We hear so many horror stories out there. So make sure that you ask your insurer, if I have an accident, my license has expired. First of all, my policy says it's a requirement, but there's been this change. How will you respond? Will my claim be paid out? And if they're not prepared to confirm that to you, shop around and get a quote from a reputable insurance company that will be prepared to accommodate your claim.
Yeah.
It's very important, especially now going into season, we're getting onto the roads and car insurance is very important.
I was about to say that with the festive season, we know the traffic at this particular time. Surely there should be a concern for insurance companies as to whether they do anticipate a lot of those calls and emails around, some of their clients wanting to claim.
Absolutely. And but it doesn't take the duty of the policyholder away from maintaining his vehicle. So if we are going to hit the roads, make sure that your car is still maintained, because that's very important. If your tires are worn or your wiper blades don't work, or, your car is not in a good general condition, your claims can still be rejected as it can be for other reasons. But as far as the driver's license is concerned, make sure that you get it on record that your policy will respond if there is an accident. And most insurers have commented on this and said that they will also extend their requirements until either the same date as the Minister of Transport has announced at the end of August. And like in our case, we've decided to go beyond that and say you've got until the end of December. We will still entertain our claims, even if your license hasn't been renewed, because we understand it's very difficult.
Well, I think the gist of the message here, Christelle, is be in contact with your insurance company. Make sure you know all those terms and conditions. Thank you so much, Christelle Colman, for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm going to add to that conversation
with
my own travails.